here's Durant now. He has 60 seconds to make as many shots from behind the arc as he can. Clark, as you know, there's a grand total of 25 points for the round. Wow, that was something else, guys. We don't see too many performances like that.
Yeah, didn't look good there for a while, but give him credit for overcoming that slow start to turn things around.
A hot start is pretty essential, isn't it, Steve? I mean, it seems like...
He comes away with a score of 21 on the round. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
That's a well-earned and well-deserved score. He found his rhythm, and he kept his rhythm.
Yeah, and given the look on his face throughout that round, guys, I'd say he's taking this contest very seriously.
So it's Paul George ready to go.
And, Steve, you know that it's crucial to stay as loose and as relaxed and as comfortable as possible heading into the round.
Yeah, I thought my first couple of times in this competition, Clark, I was waiting.
The round ends, and he's got 19. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
He lit it up big time. That was some silky smooth shooting all the way through.
Yeah, his stroke looked great. He went along at a perfect pace. Did pretty much everything right.
So it'll be Carmelo Anthony here in 19. So Kevin Love is all set to go.
Kevin Love, the reigning three-point champion in the NBA. He did it.
He gets his tally up to 16 points. And here we go with Freak. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
He's got to have a 19 or higher to stay in it.
Oh, he's got his work cut out for him now. Makes his first there. That's 2. 3 down. 5 big points on that rack alone. 6. 7 points. He's got 8. Great stuff. He needs 8 points more to move on. That gives him 12. That's 13. And he's made all 3 money balls. 3 more points to stay in contention. 17 on the board. Now up to 18.
Yeah, now he's got it.
And that puts him in a second-place tie now.
Now in second. A fine score of 22 points for the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Right from the opening rack, he was on the roll. Got himself immediately into a groove.
By going first, he can put a lot of the pressure on the guys behind him if he posts a good score.
You know he's got to be feeling.
16 points is his score for the round. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
And here we go with Freak.
The hardest thing for a shooter might be just maintaining that same level of concentration through all 5 racks.
Yeah, I think it is the hardest thing, Clark, because you're just not used to taking 25 shots in 1 minute. Nobody does that, even in practice. You don't really do it that way. So it's a very foreign feeling when you're out there, and you got to maintain that focus.
2 racks remaining. 4 more points and it's time. That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll. He's at 14. 1 rack left. Got it, taking the lead in his final round. He will be the one to beat.
And that's a great position to be in, Clark.
Well, he's really feeling good right now. A ton of confidence.
The round comes to a close, and he's at 22 points. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
Well, we all know how important the money balls are.
And that puts an end to the Foot Locker 3-point contest. It couldn't have gone any better for this year's outstanding champion, Freak.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird.
2K Sports, bringing you all of the NBA's top flight talent. That's right, this year's All-Star Game. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And West also making a switch. Freaks checked in.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Homer, he's in at shooting guard. LeBron James is out there with Durant. Then there's Davis, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. A big group substitution here for the East. Dwight Howard's checked in for Okafor. Love comes in for George. Johnson, he's checked in for Butler. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for John Wall. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Gordon Hayward's checked in for LeBron. And it's DeRozan in for Russell Westbrook. And taken away by Johnson. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got his first basket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
The West All-Stars have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Love can't hit.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. We talked about what it means for him to be at the helm of the All-Star side, and he said, really, it is a testament to my team. They've played great, and this is just a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit. Love it, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Irving kicks to Love. It's a pick by Love. Outside Irving. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. That doesn't go in either for Irving. The feed to Freak. The 3. That's good. Freak's got 5.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Howard, good. Rosen dishes to Freak. Baseline J on the way. DeMar DeRozan again. 6 points for him.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass. And we welcome you back to the new players and now for the East. The West making some changes.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
We've got Kevin Love, Lowry out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Johnson, and it's Drummond in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And it's Freak missing.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And Hayward gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor. And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
And Lowry gets it to go.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Palmer, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 8 points for Freak.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
Dwight Howard's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Freak missing.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Screen by Howard. Irving passes to Lowry. The three. Count the bucket. Lowry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the East All-Stars.
And really, how about the quick...
And so we conclude the first half. West All-Stars lead by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Party.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything for the second.
An almost entirely new group now for the West. Griffin's checked in for Durant. DeRozan comes in for James. Freak's checked in for James Harden. And it's Russell in for Russell Westbrook. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Palmer in at 2-guard. Anthony Davis is out there with Griffin. Then it's Russell. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
He's really giving them fits. They just can't find an answer for Freak. He's got 11 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter. You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Russell. And so here are the West All-Stars. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Griffin attacking. Davis kicks to Griffin, feeds it to Freak. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 14 points for Freak.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. Every All-Star game, you can count on it. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving attacking. It's stolen by Davis. Fast break, here they come. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Freak kicks to Lillard. The pass to Palmer. From deep. The shot misses.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Party.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball.